Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhav Radha Madhav Radhe, Jaya Radha Madhav Radha Madhav Radhe, Jaya Panchatattva, Jaya Panchatattva, Panchatattva, Jaya Panchatattva, Jaya 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 Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya. जम विश्वपाद परमहंस परिकाचार्य अस्तोत्र भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की, इस्कॉन ब्यूटी फाउंडर आचार्य श्रील प्रभुपाद की, जम विश्वपाद परमहंस परिकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्रीमद् भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की, रामाचार्य श्रीला हरदास ठाकुर की, श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जी गोपाल भट्टदास रघुनाथ सठ गोस्वामी प्रभुगण की, प्रेम से कहिए जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की, मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की, ब्रजभूमि मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की, श्री क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की, गंगा माई यमुना माई की, भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू समल डिवोटीज हरे कृष्णा, ऑल ग्लोरीज टू समल डिवोटीज हरे कृष्णा, ऑल ग्लोरीज टू समल डिवोटीज हरे कृष्णा, ऑल ग्लोरीज श्री गुरु एंड गौरांगा, ऑल ग्लोरीज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्णा। सो फर्स्ट वी लाइक टू रिसाइट प्रेयर्स, देन वी स्टार्ट। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति सपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरु वैष्णवांश। श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं सावद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामीति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। नित्यानन्दम् अहं नौमि सर्वानन्दकरं परं हरिनामं प्रदं देवम् अवधूतशिरोमणिं। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। मगं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयति गिरिं यत्कृपातं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं। परमानन्दं माधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरं। हरि ओं तत्सत्। Hare Krishna. So today we are going to read from first canto, chapter 19, verse 9 and 10. So 10 is on board. So first I'll read 9 and then 10. Also, this class will continue tomorrow. So, I will take the half part of the purport and then the next speaker will continue tomorrow. atrir vasiṣṭhaś Śraradvān ariṣṭanemir bhṛgur aṅgirāś parāśaro gādhi-suto rāma Utathya indrapramadedhmavāhau. So now 10th we will recite together. medhātithir Devala ariṣṭaṣeṇo medhātithir Devala bhāradvājo gautamaḥ pippalādaḥ Maitreya aurvaḥ kavaṣaḥ kumbhayonir kavaṣaḥ dvaipāyano bhagavān nāradaś medhātithir Devala ariṣṭaṣeṇo bhṛgu gautamaḥ pippalādaḥ Maitreya ārvaḥ kavaṣaḥ kumbhayonir dvaipāyano bhagavān nāradaś medhātithir Devala ariṣṭaṣeṇo bhāradvājo gautamaḥ pippalādaḥ Maitreya ārvaḥ kavaṣaḥ kumbhayonir dvaipāyano bhagavān nāradaś. Relax beside. medhātithir Devala ariṣṭaṣeṇo bhāradvājo gautamaḥ pippalādaḥ Maitreya ārvaḥ kavaṣaḥ kumbhayonir Mataji's. medhātithir Devala ariṣṭaṣeṇo bhāradvājo gautamaḥ pippalādaḥ Maitreya ārvaḥ kavaṣaḥ kumbhayonir dvaipāyano bhagavān nāradaś medhātithir Devala ariṣṭaṣeṇo bhāradvājo gautamaḥ pippalādaḥ Maitreya ārvaḥ kavaṣaḥ kumbhayonir dvaipāyano bhagavān nāradaś. Hare Krishna. So I'll just read word to word. Translation is not there anyway, all the names are there. So Prabhupada just wrote that atrir to Narad, all names of the different saintly personalities who arrived there from different parts of the universe. Now translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: from different parts of the universe there arrived great sages like Atri, cyavanaḥ, Śaradvān, ariṣṭanemir, Bhṛgu, vasiṣṭhaś, parāśaro, Vishwamitra, aṅgirāś, Parṣuram, Utathya, indrapramadedhmavāhau, medhātithir, Devala, ariṣṭaṣeṇo, bhāradvājo, gautamaḥ, pippalādaḥ, Maitreya, aurvaḥ, kavaṣaḥ, kumbhayonir, dvaipāyano, and the great personality Narad. Purport: cyavanaḥ, a great sage and one of the son of Bhṛgu Muni, He was born prematurely when his pregnant mother was kidnapped. Śaradvān is one of the 6 sons of his father, Bhṛgu. When Brahmaji was performing a great sacrifice on behalf of Varun, Maharshi Bhṛgu was born from the sacrificial fire. He was a great sage and his very dear wife was Puloma. He could travel in space like Durvāsha, Narad and others, and he used to visit all the planets of the universe. Before the battle of Kurukshetra, he tried to stop the battle. Sometimes he instructed Bhṛgu Muni about astronomical evolution. And he is the author of great Bhṛgu Samhita, the great astrological calculation. He explained how air, fire, water and earth are generated from ether. He explained how the air in the stomach works and regulates the intestines. As a great philosopher, he logically established the eternity of the living entity, Mahabharata. He was also a great anthropologist, and the theory of evolution was long ago explained by him. He was a scientific propounder of the 4 divisions and orders of human society known as the Varnashram institution. He converted the Kshatriya king Utathya into a Brahman. Vasiṣṭhaś, Srimad Bhagavatam 196. Parāśaro. He is the grandson of Vasiṣṭha Muni and father of Vyasadeva. He is the son of Maharshi Shakti and his mother's name was Adriṣyati. He was in the womb of his mother when she was only 12 years old. And from within the womb of his mother he learned the Vedas. His father was killed by a demon, Kalmasapad, and to avenge this, he wanted to annihilate the whole world. He was restrained, however, by his grandfather, Vasiṣṭha. He then performed a Rakshasa killing yajna, but Maharshi Pulastya restrained him. He begot Vyasadeva, being attracted by Satyavati, who was to become the wife of Maharaj Santanu. By the blessing of Parāśaro, Satyavati became pregnant for miles. He was present also during the time of Bhishma's death. He was spiritual master of Maharaj Janak and a great devotee of Lord Shiva. He is the author of many Vedic scriptures and sociological directions. Gādhi-suto or Vishwamitra, a great sage of austerity and mystic power. He is famous as Gādhi-suto because his father was Gādhi, a powerful king of the province of Kanyakubj, part of Uttar Pradesh. Although he was a Kshatriya by birth, he became a Brahman in the very same body by the power of his spiritual achievements. He picked a quarrel with Vasiṣṭha Muni when he was a Kshatriya king and performed a great sacrifice in cooperation with Bhṛgu Muni and thus was able to vanquish the sons of Vasiṣṭha. He became a great yogi and yet he failed to check his senses and thus was obliged to become the father of Sakuntala, the beauty queen of world history. Once, when he was a Kshatriya king, he visited the hermitage of Vasiṣṭha Muni and he was given a royal reception. Vishwamitra wanted from Vasiṣṭha a cow named Nandini, and the Muni refused to deliver it. Vishwamitra stole the cow, and thus there was a quarrel between the sage and the king. Vishwamitra was defeated by the spiritual strength of Vasiṣṭha, and thus the king decided to become a Brahmana. Before becoming a Brahmana, he underwent severe austerity on the bank of the Kausika. He was also one who tried to stop the Kurukshetra war. So I think I should stop. So tomorrow the speaker will continue. So before saying anything on this particular verse, I seek blessing from all the Vaishnavas present here. So please bless me so that I can describe at least very nicely in the line of Guru Parampara, because as we are seeing, so many sages are there, all the great personalities, for the pleasure of the spiritual master and our whole the Parampara. Hare Krishna. So here, a very important point, because so many rishis introduction Prabhupada gave very briefly. So why I am saying it's very important, because the Srimad Bhagavatam is going to come, and these all great personalities, they have come. So very important that why they are coming. Are they coming only for the Srimad Bhagavatam or something else? So Prabhupada very specifically he mentioned in the previous verse, if we just go, in the 8th verse he mentioned thrice. What was the reason? He is saying, actually they came to meet Maharaj Parikshit. Then again he is saying, the sages who came to meet Maharaj Parikshit. And then again he is saying, he came to meet Parikshit Maharaj. Maybe the occasion it appears like he is going to hear Srimad Bhagavatam. So how much he is giving importance to Maharaj Parikshit, that he mentioned thrice that he is coming to meet Parikshit Maharaj. So anyway, there are two things. But as we are going, that we are seeing that how these great personalities are. So in this verse, if we see the first one, the Cyavanaḥ Rishi. Cyavanaḥ Rishi, if we looking here, very short, brief, we can say Prabhupada just said that he was prematurely born. But how he was prematurely born? Because generally we have the understanding that premature birth means not good. That personality is, he will not be good. Because as in the medical term, we see that he will have so many health challenges. But here for the Cyavanaḥ Rishi, the story was different. As we are seeing, that he was the son of Bhṛgu and Polomi. The father was Bhṛgu and mother was Polomi. So a story behind that is that Polomi was very beautiful lady. So one of the Rakshasas, it comes in Adi Parva 5 to 6 chapter, also in Van Parva 213 to 216 chapter. So I am just briefly summarizing the story, that what is that. So this Cyavanaḥ Rishi, that time he was in the womb of his mother. So his mother was Poloma, so she was very beautiful. So one of the particular Rakshas, he was attracted towards her. And then he wanted to marry. In his mind only he thought that I am going to marry this particular lady. But he never approached to the father of the Poloma. And Poloma's father, as every father has the wish to marry his daughter to a very nice saintly person. So he thought that okay, Bhṛgu is there, let me give him in marriage to Poloma. So he goes and the marriage took place. So everything is fine. But this particular Rakshasa, he was in his heart, he was always thinking, oh, I will marry that lady only. So anyway, one fine day when Bhṛgu Muni, he went to take bath to the river Ganges. That time particularly the Rakshasa came to the hermitage of Bhṛgu Muni. But before taking any action, he wanted to confirm whether this Poloma is the same Poloma to whom I was attracted. So he asked to the Agni, who was in that hermitage, he was like coming in the fire. So he asked to Agni that it is the same lady to whom I was attracted, and so many conversation is there. So at last Agni says that yes, she is the same lady, but I give you witness that you kept your desire in your heart. You kept the desire in your heart, but you never married to her. It was from your side. But Poloma's father, he, with the all Vedic rituals, sticks, ceremonies, everything took place, and he gave Poloma to Bhṛgu Muni. So Bhṛgu Muni is the authorized person for Polomas. He is the authorized husband of Poloma, not like you, unauthorized person. But still he was so angry that no, house cannot be mine. So anyway, when first of all when he came, so Poloma, she was not knowing, because she was unaware that who is attracted towards me, all these things. So as she was a very chaste lady and taught by her husband that how to receive the guest, she gave all the fruits, as in general we see in the forest what we'll get, the fruits and other. She gave fruits. So, but he grabbed her hand and then he kidnapped Poloma. So on the way when he was taking Poloma, the son of Poloma, who was the Chavan Rishi, in the womb, he became very angry. Can you imagine? A son who is in the womb becoming angry. And then he came out from the womb. He was such a powerful personality, just imagine. He is transgressing the law of three modes of material nature. He is coming out from the womb of his mother. And immediately he becomes so angry that he, by his Krodhagni, he burns the Rakshasas. Such a powerful sages. And like that there are many which we have already read, and many of us we are knowing also, that how powerful these rishis were there. Although they are so powerful, but still to whom they are coming to meet, the question is that they are coming to meet Parikshit Maharaj. So Prabhupada, he is always, whenever he sees that there is a chance to glorify the Lord's pure devotee, he takes that chance. And again he glorifies him. So great. He just giving a brief idea for us to understanding that don't underestimate that, Parikshit Maharaj was cursed, he is such a fallen person, that a Brahman can curse another. But these great personalities, they have understood the importance of a Vaishnava, the pure devotee of Lord. So that's why they are coming to meet him. Then second, the Srimad Bhagavatam. So if we go further little bit behind that, what was the importance of Parikshit Maharaj here? Why this has been said? Yes, there may be many reasons, but here specifically I'll just take some of the points from this chapter only, from the verse 4 purport. So here the first point in the last purport Prabhupada is writing that to educate the populace to prepare for death. Because these great personalities, all the rishis, that time they were leaders. Because in those days they were the leaders, not like Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga leaders means the political leaders or the cinema artists, like that. But that time the leaders were these great sages. And they are coming with their disciples. This is very important. They are coming with their disciples. So the first point Prabhupada is saying that to educate the populace to prepare for death. Because the two questions which was asked by Parikshit Maharaj, which come later, that one was that what is the most important point for all the living entities to do. The second is those who is about to die, just about to die, what he has to do. And the most important in that Prabhupada says that who is about to die, that is very important. And these all great personalities, they are knowing that okay, my students are there, they should learn. And then one more thing is that how we can understand this Srimad Bhagavatam is so important. Because Srimad Bhagavatam advent was that only to deliver this all people in this world. So when something is very important, people pay attention to that. But if the great personalities are not there, just small thing in this material world we see, if insignificant thing is there, but somebody very prominent in the society, he just advertises that. What happens? People immediately they takes, oh, such nice, this person is advertising, means it must be very good. So these all great personalities, they are coming with their disciple. And Prabhupada, as we are seeing, Prabhupada is writing that they all came from the different parts of the universes. Different parts of the universe. So definitely the questions may come, where all these great personalities are going, why they are going, isn't it? Because as we are seeing here, so many philosophies, astrology and many things are propounded, and even the people, they are attracted towards that. Sometimes when the devotees they travel, it happens to me or maybe to some of you, they will say, oh Panditji, you are very nice, can you see our hand? Astrology. I say, I don't know this. I can tell, okay, how to change your all the lakirs. You just chant, everything will change, that's all. It will be very nicely, perfectly matched, and then you will go back to Godhead. This is the perfect solution. So, but they will not be satisfied, because they have this idea that, astrology, this all varnashram and other thing is like very important. And these great personalities, they gave this to the general people. So they are very much attracted. And now they are coming to hear Srimad Bhagavatam. So definitely they are thinking, this great personality, whatever they are doing, something good. So now they are going for some occasion. So what is that occasion? Then Srimad Bhagavatam. So automatically everybody was attracted and everybody was paying attention to this, what the conversation is going to happen now with Parikshit Maharaj and Sukdev Goswami. So these great personalities are making, we can say, pathway for the common people, that how they can also take up their Krishna consciousness. And then again Prabhupada further he is saying, the state which does so is the real welfare state. The state of India should better follow the example of Maharaj Parikshit, the ideal executive head, than to imitate other materialistic states which have no idea of the kingdom of Godhead, the ultimate goal of human life. Deterioration of the ideals of Indian civilization has brought about the deterioration of civic life not only in India but also abroad. So this Prabhupada very nicely he is mentioning that this, why this was so important. That in general in Kali Yuga we see that people give importance to this materialistic people, isn't it? And their ideology that, oh, he is giving, how to do economic development, how to do this, make this big mall, do some sense gratification, pub and so many things, People are so attracted toward that. Yes, something is going on. But Prabhupada is mentioning that yes, they all should take lessons. From whom? Example from Parikshit Maharaj, the ideal executive head. Ideal executive head. Why ideal executive head he is saying? Because he is having idea of kingdom of Godhead, the ultimate goal of human life. But outside people, they don't have this idea that kingdom of God is there, we have to go back to Godhead. They are just engaging the people in the sense gratification activities. That's all. They don't know how to, like yesterday some comments was there, that how people loneliness and other thing I was just hearing. And then in the news also one devotee he shared that how Ratan Tatas and other, they were, investing money in this loneliness project and other thing. So I think you just come with the association of devotees and then you will forget everything. You bring Krishna in your life, as Prabhu explained yesterday very nicely, that yes, how when we are also taking Krishna in our life, these all problems which looks like a problem in this material world, this is not a problem. So here Prabhupada has clearly mentioned that yes, why these all things, and everybody has to take the example for Parikshit Maharaj. And these great personalities, they are coming for that, to teach all the world that yes, how we can also learn from him actually, Parikshit Maharaj. And then second, a very important point is here in our Krishna consciousness, that how a leader should act. As a spiritual organization, this is very important to perform the devotional service together. To perform devotional service together. These all great personality which we heard, as in the previous verse also in the 8th it is saying that Prabhupada is writing that they are having the potency to purify these holy places also, tirthas. So these are the great personalities But still, why they are performing this sadhana bhakti, we can say, sadhana bhakti with his disciples? Sometimes we may wonder that why it is required for him. Just to encourage people, to get inspired that yes, you should also perform devotional service like this. A very good example is there in Prabhupada Lilamris. It happened in the year 1971, January, when this Ardha Kumbh was taking place. Though Ardha Kumbh takes place in every 6 years and Purna Kumbh takes place in every 12 years. So in this particular instance, when this Ardha Kumbh was taking place, so devotees came from Surat to Allahabad. And January, those who are there in this Allahabad Kumbh, they know that how chilled it is. Very difficult to come out even from your bed sometimes. And then Prabhupada saw that devotees are not coming for Mangal Aartis. Many of them, they are not taking bath. Giriraj Maharaj, he recollects the past time, it's written in Prabhupada Lilamrit also, that how Tamal Krishna Maharaj, Hamsdut Maharaj and others, some of the devotees, they were coming for the Mangal Aartis, they were taking bath, they were getting up early morning. But many of the brahmacharis and other devotees, those who were there, they were very difficult for them to come out also from their bed. So Prabhupada saw that, oh, they are not coming. Prabhupada did not say any word. Although that time Prabhupada's health was not good. But Prabhupada himself personally got up early morning 4 o'clock and he took bath, the chilled cold bath, where? In one of the hand pump near. So Giriraj Maharaj said that how when this news went to all the devotees, they felt ashamed about themselves that what we are doing. And then from the next day onwards, everybody was on time. So see how Prabhupada is teaching from his own life that how we should perform our devotional service together. It's not for our welfare, isn't it? It's for the welfare of others. It may happen sometimes, Prabhupada is a pure devotee, we are not pure devotee. Here also some of the devotees whose name has been mentioned, not to minimize their position, but by their examples they are teaching that yes, why we have to take up this devotional service together. As Vishwamitra Muni, we are reading how he was attracted towards Menaka and Sakuntala was born. So see, no devotee, no sage is thinking that I will fall down. Nobody is starting their devotional service that yes, I will fall down. Nobody. But the moment we are feeling that, oh, no, I can do, nicely devotional service. When I am with the devotees, oh, so much khitpit, so much push, so much rush. I don't want to be there. Let me be in my own kutir. But here we are seeing so many rishis, this Vishwamitra Muni, Saubhari Muni, they all were doing their peaceful sadhana, peaceful sadhana, in alone. But what happened? Maya came and then immediately they fell down. So that's why it's very important for us, at least for me, Baddha Jiva, that to take association of all the devotees and perform my devotional service together. Because there is a chance that we may fall down. So these great sages, although very qualified to purify the tirthas, they are coming together. They are coming together to do devotional service. And the devotional service starts from Sravanam Kirtanam. The first is Srimad Bhagavatam, hearing. So these all great personalities, they could have done their own sadhan bhajan in their kutir with their disciples. But just to teach them, here also in Mayapur particularly we are seeing, every day this Nam Hatta group, some Gita study course, some youth group, so many groups are coming. Why they are coming? Although they are in a very big number. Just imagine, the whole, this temple hall walls are sweating when they are coming. So humid and so much, But still they are coming to Shraddha Mayapur to do devotional service together. Because they are knowing that yes, when we are performing devotional service together, it becomes more and more. And we get so much inspiration. Otherwise performing our devotional service to, in our home or in our center with few devotees, 4 or 5 devotees, how it will be? you will not feel so much enthusiasm. Even I see, like for the dancing, even so many devotees are there, we feel like, oh, so much enthusiastic. That's what in Kirtan Mila another time we see. So many devotees, they are dancing, although somebody who is not liking to dance, but still he goes in that. Because that's the vibration. So these all particular devotees, the great sages are coming and they are together. The kind of devotional service they are performing, it gives so much intense vibration that whoever is coming in contact with that, he becomes devotee. So from that particular, this great example is there for us, that yes, to whom we are preaching. So that's why here Parikshit Maharaj, or the sages, we can say, the sages are giving particular importance to Parikshit Maharaj, and he is teaching that how he is helping all the people to raise their consciousness and to go back to Godhead. Not like other materialistic leaders who are just exploiting the general mass of people for their own, we can say, not welfare, but some kind of their sense gratification agendas. That's all. So that's why Parikshit Maharaj is so important as a devotee, and so much this sages are coming to meet him. The second is how Srimad Bhagavatam. To Srimad Bhagavatam, why it is so important as a devotee's life. Here we are seeing that, okay, these are the sages, Nirmatsaranam, this is for the Nirmatsaranam who is not having envy, these all things are not there. But what about the common general people? Because they are not particular pure devotee. Because even sometimes we see that, yes, we have to chant pure holy name. If we are not chanting pure holy name, means we are committing offenses. So what I have to do? Whether I have to chant or not? Now the question is, chant. Because we have to take this medicine. In this material world, as His Holiness Radha Govind Maharaj gives very nice example in this. He says that in this material world, people, they don't know what is the medicine for this disease. They go to sometimes medicine shop and they feel that any medicine I can take, because these all medicines are good for the health. But there are some medicine which will increase your fever, some medicines are there which will decrease your fever. But if you don't know which one I have to take, then you may take up the another medicine which will increase your fever. And that's what is happening in this Kali Yuga, that people are attracted towards all the sense gratification. And they feel that, yes, if I do, my life is successful. But here all the leaders and Parikshit Maharaj, specifically for the welfare of people, they are giving the medicine of Srimad Bhagavatam. The more they will take, all the anarthas will go. Punya Sravana Kirtana. They're all the, they will get the piety, and gradually they will become pure devotee. So yes, I may not be pure devotee at this point, but yes, if I take this medicine, one day is assured by Prabhupada's mercy and all the Vaishnavas' mercy, that if I take this medicine regularly, then one day I can become pure devotee. And definitely, here in this Sridham Mayapur, so much facility is there for our performing devotional service. Whether it starts from Mangalarti, the chanting, so much peaceful environment. You see, the security guards are there for, chanting. Oh, you should not disturb. Okay, your side is this side is that. So you are having very peaceful environment to perform a devotional service. You can chant, you can come Srimad Bhagavatam. So much importance that how we can perform devotional service together. So I'll just read one of the verse which comes in Srimad Bhagavatam. This is in the 10th canto, 1st chapter, 4th verse. It is saying, Nivritta tarsair upgiya manat bhava sadha chotra manobhimarat kauttam sloka gunanuvadat puman vrajet vina pashughnat. So translation, glorification of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is performed in the parampara system. That is, it is conveyed from the spiritual master to disciple. Such glorification is relished by those no longer interested in the false temporary glorification of this cosmic manifestation. So first part is just keep mind. It is for those who are no longer interested in the false temporary glorification of this cosmic manifestation. Then the next part, he is saying, description of the Lord are the right medicine for the conditioned soul, undergoing repeated birth and death. Therefore, who will cease hearing such glorification of the Lord except a butcher or one who is killing his own self? So in the translation only we are able to see very clearly. Yes, definitely it is for the Paramahamsas, those who are not interested in this material world. But still the same medicine is for the Baddha Jivas. So yes, I may become pure devotee, but still I have to continue taking this medicine. So this medicine is like that, okay, continue taking. So releasable. That's why all the sages are coming from different parts of the world. Very, very far away. Very important, because see, what taste we have, this is very important. What taste we have. These sages, although they are great personality, they are liberated, they can purify, but still they have taste for Srimad Bhagavatam. That's why they are coming from different parts of the world. This shows also for us that yes, how much we should keep our taste. Because those who are liberated, for them it's not required. But for me it is required, because I am Baddha. So how much serious I have to? Because as in the translation we are saying, for the repeated birth of cycle of birth and death. So I am stuck into that repeated birth of the cycle of birth and death. So I have to come out. This medicine is for me. So I should take more and more. Yes, definitely there may be so many reasons that yes, why I am not able to read Srila Prabhupada's book, why I am not able to come for Srimad Bhagavatam. Yes, anyway for the corona stage, that from that time onwards we have become habituated of the online. Yes, definitely good. But sometime at least we should take the advantage to come to Srimad Bhagavatam class. At least though it's like once in a week we can say, at least come together, read Srila Prabhupada's book, come for the Srimad Bhagavatam, come for the Mangalarti, take part in these activities, because Prabhupada is saying these all are very important. In Kali Yuga also, see now we have this advantage, but in Kali Yuga the great assembly we can say, it takes place in Kumbh Mela. But there are some of the kind of Mayavadi gurus are there. Those who are been to Kumbh Mela, they will have very nice clear idea that which kind of sages are coming. But still not to demotivate you or to minimize the position, because as one of the conversation in 1977 it goes in Bombay with Mr. Patel. So Mr. Patel was, sometimes he was laughing that oh, somebody is going to Kumbh Mela for taking association. He was kind of making kind of kataks, that they are not going for taking association. But Prabhupada said, no, that is Satsanga. Prabhupada again and again, he is hammered to that point. No, that is Satsanga. If you are going there for the genuine reason, are seeking who is a pure devotee and taking his association and listening from them, then you are liberated. You will be free from this birth, old age and disease, all the cycle. So as Giriraj Maharaj recollects in those conversation, he says that Prabhupada said to all the devotees, those who were there in the Kumbh Mela, that you all are already liberated, because you all are chanting the holy name of Lord Krishna. Already liberated. So we are not here for our liberation. We are here to preach. And Giriraj Maharaj said that yes, it was for us nectar, because we were hearing Srimad Bhagavatam talk from Srila Prabhupada's lotus, lips. Daily they were having this opportunity to listen from Srimad Bhagavatam from Srila Prabhupada. So he was explaining that how they were tasting nectar every day. So they don't have to go out that okay, some nectar is coming out. They were already liberated as per Prabhupada, because they are chanting the holy name of Lord Krishna. So yes, in the as we can say that as we are in the line of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give this Krishna Prem to everyone. As day before yesterday, the Gaur Govind Maharaj Vyas Puja, we heard the lecture. He explained very nicely from the Srimad, this Chaitanya Bhagavat, that how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give this Krishna Prem, and when he went to the city of Varanasi, all the Mayavatas, nobody is ready to take this medicine. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saying, "Are, I have brought so much, how can I take it? Whatever amount they will give, I'll give him." So we are not asking so much price. And anyway, for the chanting, we are not asking any amount, that okay, you give some amount. Chanting anybody can take up. And that's what the Sankirtan movement. How to connect the people to the movement of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu so that they can go back to Godhead. So definitely it's an opportunity for all of us that we can also take part in this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement and make others fortunate. Yes. And now the Bhadra Purnima is coming, Srimad Bhagavatam. So many devotees, they will be distributing Srimad Bhagavatam. Anyway, somehow or any other way, if we can bring all the people in this material world to the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that's a great success. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu already said, he is not going to take so much. He is saying, whatever you give, whatever you give. So we don't have to worry that, somebody he will not be able to take up Krishna consciousness. Just come and take shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and gradually you will get. So I will not go much further, because I will just summarize here that how in this whole conversation we are seeing the great personalities, they are coming from the different parts of the world. It makes a commotion in the general public that what is going to happen. And now they are able to understand the glory of Srimad Bhagavatam. Although I have not started the glory of Srimad Bhagavatam, but time is anyway less. So maybe the next speaker can take up the Srimad Bhagavatam glories, and we can hear more from their lotus mouth. So the performing devotional service together as the great personalities, they are teaching that how in Baddha Jiva stage, for me, like I have to take the association of devotee, otherwise I may fall down any moment. But for these sages it was not needed. And they are coming to meet Parikshit Maharaj. The glories of a pure devotee, although he may be a grihastha, although he may be a king, although he may be anyone, but if he is a pure devotee of Lord Krishna, his position is much higher than a sage or anyone. Much higher. Because these sages can purify a tirtha also. But the position of a pure devotee is much higher. And then the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam, that this is the correct medicine for all the jivas, whether he is liberated, whether he is baddha or anyone. So we have to take. And as in the Kumbh Mela we are seeing how Prabhupada said to us that we are, those who are chanting the name of Lord Krishna, they are liberated. But now the duty is to help all those persons, those who are not liberated. So yes, by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we can liberate them, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not taking any amount. He is saying whatever, whatever is your wish. If you don't have, then also you come to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Don't worry that, I don't have anything. If you don't have, but still you come. Okay, so I'll stop here. Jai Gantha Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. If any one comment, okay, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu, for the class. I have a question about the difference between a Muni and a Rishi. What is the difference between them?
Muni and Rishi. Okay. See, Rishi, as in we see Rishi. Rishi are on a different platform. Different platform means they are always engaged in the service of Lord. But Muni is in their own mental platform. They are kind of trying to thinking, speculating the things. Okay, it can be like that. It can be another way. So they are kind of analyzing, but they are not engaged. But another part, if we see here, the example has been given about Vishwamitra Muni also said, sages also said. Why? Because he first analyzed. What he analyzed? That yes, he was thinking that now this Brahman has defeated me. Although I have so much power. But he defeated me. How come? I want to achieve. So he was going on, Then at last he became Brahmarshi. So he was analyzing in the beginning stage. So it is said that yes, at any particular moment we can go up to that particular stage. It depends upon our purification and the change of consciousness. So the Muni also may be in a very, we can say, beginning stage. He just analyzing the things that okay, with their mental explication. As Prabhupada also writes here. I'm not finding, maybe later. So that how the Munis, they are just thinking. That's why Prabhupada is saying that every Muni is different from another Muni. That's why they have different cottages or different ashrams. Because their thought process are not one. Even though although their thought process are not one, but here we are seeing everyone's thought process is one. Okay, I have to hear Srimad Bhagavatam. So at least they understood, they have an understanding that the Srimad Bhagavatam is very important. So this is the thing. And in the same body, as in the Vishwamitra Muni, we are seeing that how Vishwamitra, he became the Brahmarshi in the same body by his purification. So this is possible, and we are also seeing that how at least I came from that gutter and now here sitting and giving you Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is the glories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all the Vaishnavas. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Okay, the last one, because
I'm from USA, a lot